So for the past month or two, I have been spending a whole ton of hours on Project Nexus. Yeah, that's right. I have done the arena mode like twice at this point, and that is probably why I have not been really making anything, because I can't properly record it.
Hello, Mario.
But what I have been recording is, it's just a little quirky Earthbound inspired indie RPG. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's pretty retro. It's like so retro. Get in the Car Loser brought me a pretty refreshing take on turn-based combat, and is perfect while I'm waiting for that new Lisa remake. The combat starts out hectic, but gets a little bit more comfortable as you go on and find the right button combinations. The combat also stays fresh by constantly changing up the enemies you face, and as a result you have to change your skills accordingly. Occasionally you may even want to refrain on upgrading equipment, as you cannot get through this with just brute force alone. Besides the snappy and well-paced combat, the dialogue and characters are not just funny but also super real. The entire third chapter is basically a section about Sam getting completely lost in the sauce, and it quickly became basically my favorite scene in the whole game. Actually, in general, I feel like the whole third chapter is just peak. I didn't record any of it just because of how immersed I was, but you just gotta trust me. It came to me in a dream, dude. Despite all this, the combat encounters start to fall off a little bit around the fourth and final chapter, as you start to face off against a lot of the same enemies repeatedly. Around this point, I started caring a lot more about the dialogue and storyline. It's not like this is an incredible narrative or anything, but it's very cozy and goofy, and just kept me comfortable the whole way through. And all the characters just really bounce off each other super well. I couldn't fit this anywhere in the script, but I just want to point out really quickly, when you're presented with dialogue options, one of them is just always Sam-like, and I think that's really cute. My other complaints for this last area is that the final battle drags on for way too long, and also, due to the lack of enemy gimmicks, there starts to develop a bit of a meta. To give a rundown, Rust becomes ridiculously strong at this point. It basically just downgrades every single enemy. Combine this with at least one splash heal and you essentially can go full glass cannon, and that helps a lot because enemies here are ridiculously bulky. Once I found the right setup, nothing became all too challenging, even with Devil Clock on. Oh yeah, that's the thing in the bottom left right now. If you're gonna go with the clock, make sure that Grace has at least one smite move. I guess that's pretty much all I can say right now. I do wish there were a few more songs, and there is a bit of a meta issue as previously mentioned in the last area, but this is surprisingly polished for its price. For my experience, Get in the Car Loser is around 10 hours to complete, although I might be forgetting about the DLC, which I have not tried yet, so I'll let you be the judge of that. Otherwise, yeah, it was a pretty epic game. Hope you're gonna get used to hearing this nasally voice in the next coming few months. Thank you for watching this epic review on Madness Project Nexus. Get pranked. Okay, bye.